Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you for tuning in today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make this party smoky flavorful jollof rice that would serve about 50 people. So all the ingredients used, measurements, everything will be in the description box. So please don't forget to check it out while watching the video or after watching the video. So let's get started. So I already have my vegetable oil in the big pot, so I allowed it to heat up before adding my blended onions. You can decide to just chop your onions, but I just wanted mine blended. So the mixture of onions, I use shallot, white and the red onions. So like I said, the measurement, everything is going to be in the description box. I wrote it down, but I'm not with the book right now, so I'm just going to, after editing this video, it's going to be put in the description box. So I allow it to fry for some time before adding my bay leaf, and you just want to keep building flavor like that. So after frying for some time, the next is to add my Gino tomato paste. In this case, I'll be using the 400 gram. I think that's the 800 gram. You guys, I showed it on camera. I think this is the 800 gram. I think half of it is the 400, so this is the 800 gram, and I'm going to be using everything. So for your smoky party jollof rice, guys, it is really important. It is really important to fry your tomato paste, because this can actually make or destroy your effort. So like on low heat, guys, you need to just take your time, spread the paste into the hot oil and just allow it to keep frying on low heat. Don't rush. Like whatever effort you put into this base is what is going to just make or destroy your jollof rice. So the next thing I'm putting now is the, what's it called, my blended ginger and garlic. I'm not done frying my paste, by the way. I'm not done frying it. I just wanted to put the garlic and ginger paste now to also fry it along. So you guys, let's continue doing that. So you guys can still see that the tomato paste is like not even close to being fried. So you want to fry this for about 12 to be honest, I do mine to be like 15 minutes on low heat. That way you guys will even see the difference, because it's everything is just going to separate and it's not going to be looking like this. So that's what we're going to, you guys can see what I'm saying. You guys can see, can you see how it looks now? Yeah, this is well fried already. And so the next thing is to now introduce the blended pepper, which is combination of my long pepper, Tatashe, Scotch bonnet, tomato, onions, a lot of onions as well, ginger and garlic. So that's what I have there as the pepper. So you guys can see, because the tin tomato is well fried, you can clearly see that it still looks darker than the pepper mix that I poured until I started mixing it together. So you want to keep frying this, and if you notice that it is splashing, you can just reduce the heat. And then now the next thing is to add our spices. So I have the no seasoning powder, and the next thing is my spicity. This is also another spice. The next thing I'll be using benny. Yes, benny. I'll be using benny. These are my, like, funny thing for spicity and benny, to be honest, they are not my go-to, but because I'm cooking for like, this is for like 50 people and I have those spices, I was just like, okay, let me put it. So it doesn't mean that if you don't add those things, this particular spices, it doesn't mean that your jollof rice will not come out nice, if you get what I mean. So yeah, the next thing is thyme. Thyme is like, I love thyme in jollof rice. so I'm kind of generous with it, but don't go overboard. The next thing is my curry. I'm using Ducros, and please don't go overboard. You guys know that curry can be very overpowering, but still use enough because this is actually for like 50 people. Next thing is rosemary. Guys, I always say it that you see rosemary and white pepper, ginger, garlic. I don't joke with them in jollof rice. Like if you want to get that really really nice, and then your stock obviously. So the next thing is white pepper. I'll be adding the white pepper now. I added more. I don't have that clip now. I added more, like a lot of white pepper. So I'll be mixing everything together and then allow it to continue to fry. This is really important. Like I was saying, you see rosemary, white pepper. I don't joke with it. Ginger, garlic. So yeah, this is about 10 minutes later. I'm back, and then the next thing I'll be doing is what I like to do. This is my personal preference. I like to just, when I'm done frying, I like to scoop out some of the pepper mix, some of the fried mix. I'll just set it aside, and yeah, just for later, just in case I need it later. And yeah, so that and another reason I like to scoop it out is to be able to control what I have. I don't want a situation whereby if I don't scoop it out and then I'll realize that the pepper base is too much for the rice. So that's it. So in this video I'm using the long grain rice. You can use basmati if that's what works for you, and this rice is looking like this because I've washed it with hot water. This is to kind of reduce the starch in the rice. So the next thing is just to break up the rice, because washing it as just and then leaving it for a while just made it become like this, like we're seeing on the screen. So the next thing I'm just going to be doing is to break it up, and then I'm going to mix it with a pepper base. So like make sure that every grain, you guys can see, yeah. So just mixing it well and making sure that the rice and the pepper mix have married each other. And just yeah, the next thing now is to pour my meat stock, which this is actually turkey stock. I'm using turkey stock in this video. So I'm just going to also mix it. And this particular rice is the long grain rice. Okay, that's the Scotch bonnet that I used in boiling the turkey. So when I poured the meat stock, I didn't know that it was still there. So that's what I just scooped out. So this particular rice is like I said, long grain rice, and this particular rice needs a lot of water, this one that I'm using. So the quantity of water I'll be adding into this would be more, like it will be more. But generally, if when you're cooking your jollof rice, it actually cooks with steam. Usually I always add more water because I like my rice to be very soft. Like I want it to be soft, because one thing is that when it is soft, one thing about jollof rice is that when you leave it for some time, it becomes hard again. So when you cook it to be soft, not meshy, no, that's not what I'm saying, but soft enough, when you leave it for some time, it kind of bounces up again, and the grain will become like kind of hard. Not, if you guys get what I mean, right? So I've added enough water, I've stirred it, and if you guys notice, I have not added salt. This is because my meat stock was very very rich and almost had a lot of salt in it. So that's why I did not add salt. But please, if your meat stock, if it is not so spicy and the salt in it is not a lot, please don't forget to add salt at that point. So this is about 10 to 15 minutes later. The next thing I'm doing is just to come and stir the rice and lift and turn. I'm not one to believe that, oh, if you stir your jollof rice it will burn. The point is, we if your jollof rice does not burn, I don't even know, I don't know how you are going about it, and I don't know how you get that smoky stuff. But then you need to turn it so that the ingredients will not just stay down, if you get what I mean. So at this point, if you feel like you still need more water, you can still add, which I will be adding. You guys remember that this particular rice that I'm saying is this type of rice that is usually very strong. So if you don't put like water, and even with the water that I'm putting, you can say that it's not like I'm over putting it. So you just have to know the rice you are using to be able to put what the quantity of water that would work. And yes, I like to put like a, if you have, because this is big, that's why I'm using the thick nylon. You can use your foil or your parchment paper just to trap it. And this rice right now is already like, you guys can see I'm using my spoon to taste it, and I like what I have now. So the next thing is, because it is the party, jollof now, so the next thing is to, like, you guys can see that the smoke is already coming out, but I want more because I want that smoky party jollof rice. So the next thing is just to make holes into the rice and then cover it up to burn. And that's what I'll be doing. Guys, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Please like and subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. Don't forget to subscribe. Like this video, subscribe. Yes. So the next thing I'm doing, because it's not compulsory to be honest, but I am extra. Remember the stew base that I kept initially? Just adding a little bit to it. Yeah, for color. And sometimes if you notice that the taste is not really giving, that's stew base, because we've already spiced it, so it will bring back the taste. And now I'm just, like I said, this is time to just burn it so that it can have that smoky effect. So that's what I'm about to do. Guys, please subscribe. I have a lot of videos on my channel that I know that would be useful to you if you like to cook. So please don't forget to check them out. Now, next thing is, this is the point where I make holes, because I want it to be that. Can you guys see the smoke coming out already? See the smoke coming out already? It is already smoky. You know what I now did? I now covered it again, so this smoke will just penetrate like all through. This rice, very nice. Everybody who ate this rice loved it, and they just kept coming back for more. And I am glad I filmed this process. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you are new to the channel, and oh yeah, I'm putting butter just to make it fluffy, and or if you don't have butter, it's okay, to be honest. So yeah, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and just support me, guys. Thank you guys for watching. So like I said, I'll be covering it, even though I'm going to turn off the heat at this point. You guys can see I had to take it out so that the smoke alarm doesn't go off. So after covering it for like 10 minutes, I took it out to come and stir it. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.